So thank you, Mr. Chairman. So today I will talk about an experimental infection which was done to test the efficacy of BVD vaccines to protect sheep and their fetuses against the border disease virus infection. So as you know, border disease virus is a well-known virus which belongs to the genus Pestivirus and which is closely related to bovine viral diarrhea virus or BVD virus. This is mainly a virus of sheep, although it was also detected in goat, cattle, and wild small ruminants such Pyrenean chamois in France and Spain. To date, you have between 7 and 8 genotypes, depending on the dates and localizations where the genotypes were isolated. So while working in France on border disease virus is considered to be main pathogen of sheep, and especially in regions which are specialized for sheep productions, dairy sheep productions, or also beef sheep production. You can see that the first occurrence started in 1983 with the BDV5 genotypes, and these genotypes induced a severe disease not only in lambs but also in adults. Okay? To date, you have several genotypes which are co-circulate in France. For example, BDV4 in the southwest France, but mainly BDV3 and BDV6, which are co-circulating in many regions in France, and especially in this one. This one is a specialized region for dairy sheep productions to produce cheese, such as the well-known cheese Roquefort. Okay? And in these regions, BDV3 and BDV6 were responsible for a severe epizootic between 2008 and 2013 with a high morbidity in lambs, especially in fattening units of male lambs, but also in breeding units. So to control the disease, farmers have 3 types of tools. First one, serological surveillance, to try to detect farms which are seropositive or seronegative. The second one is the detections and the eliminations of persistently infected lambs, PI animal, but this could be difficult to achieve in some farms due to economical reasons. And the third one is vaccination. Vaccination was considered to be a good economical tool to reduce the prevalence of the infections in these farms. The problem is that in France, you have no vaccines against border disease virus. So farmers consequently used BVD vaccines to cross-protect sheep against border disease virus. But to date, we have no scientific proofs about the efficacy of this vaccine. So this is the aim of this study, to test the cross protections with BVD vaccines against border disease virus infections. And we used 3 vaccines which are currently used in France, 2 live attenuated vaccines and 1 killed vaccines. So to do this, we started by vaccinate 60 adults, 20 aves per vaccines, and we also used 30 non-vaccinated sheep, which were further used as controls and sentinels. All 2 injections for the killed vaccines and 1 shot of vaccinations with the live attenuated vaccines at day minus 91. At day minus 52, all the animals were inseminated by artificial inseminations, and all pregnant animals which were diagnosed at day minus 12 were sent to the animal facilities of the vet school of Toulouse in France. They were divided in 3 parts, each group containing 11 vaccinated pregnant aves, 6 non-vaccinated pregnant aves, and 3 sentinels, which were non-vaccinated and non-infected. 1 group per vaccine, of course. 2 months after, all animals were euthanized and fetuses were extracted for anatomical, serological, and biological results. So to resume, you have 3 types of results. First, evaluations of the serological response after vaccinations and after infections. Second, evaluations of the protections of a transient infections in adults with border disease virus. And third, the most important, evaluations of the fetal infections in vaccinated animals. So now, first result concerning serological response. You can see we examined the antibody response using a blocking ELISA directed against the NS2-free protein, which is currently used when you practice serological surveillance. You can see in this slide that all groups with live attenuated vaccines seroconverted, because at D0 before challenge, you have 8 and 7 out of 11 animals which are already seropositive. On the opposite, animals which were vaccinated with a killed vaccine and which were, of course, control animals not vaccinated, were all seronegative at the date D0 of challenge. They seroconverted after challenge, of course, and you can see that the seroconversions is more quick for the killed vaccines when you compare with the control one, which suggests a priming of the immune response. At the end of the experiments, you have all animals which were seropositive, except 1 animal in the killed vaccine groups and 2 animals in the control one. So we compare this antibody response to the neutralizing antibody response, and we use an in vitro test of neutralizations against a BVDV1 cytopathic NADL strain. You can see that at D0, after vaccinations, all groups had neutralizing antibodies, with no significant differences between the groups. After challenge, you have a boost of the neutralizing antibody response in all the vaccine groups with no differences, and of course you have a neutralizing antibody after infections in the control animals, with significant differences between the control group and the free vaccine group. At day 66, at the end of the experiments, all animals contained antibodies able to neutralize BVDV1 in vitro. So now concerning the protections of transient infections with the BVD vaccines, you can see that we did not observe no clinical signs after transient infections in adults, and this is logical with previous results. On the opposite, we observed severe and transient leukopenia, which was mainly characterized by lymphopenia from day 2 to day 10 post-infections. And you can see that probably this leukopenia was more severe in the purple line and longer in the control animals compared to the vaccine animals. You can also see that animals which were vaccinated with the live vaccines recover more quickly than animals which were vaccinated with the killed vaccine. Statistical significant differences were observed for day 6 and day 7 between control animals and vaccine animals, and also between animals vaccinated with killed versus live vaccines at day 6 or day 7, depending on the vaccines which was tested. So this leukopenia was associated with the BDV detections in the blood by qPCR, quantitative PCR, in most of the animals of all the groups, with no differences between the groups. This viremia was characterized by short durations, over 1 to 3 days per animals, between day 1 to day 9, and with very moderate viral loads in the blood. You can see it's between 10 to the 3 to 10 to the 1 RNA copies by milliliters of blood. So now the most important results is about fetal protections. Okay, at the end of the experiments, we obtained between 20 to 22 fetuses in vaccine groups and 41 fetuses in the control group, but with no significant differences concerning the number of fetuses between the 4 groups. We did not observe abortions nor congenital malformations, and this is specific to the BDV6 strains because with other genotypes we have some malformations. Okay, but you observe a growth retardation if you compare fetuses of the 4 group with fetuses of sentinels animals which were not vaccinated and not infected. Okay, the most important result is the fact that all fetuses except 1 were seronegative and BDV positive by RT-qPCR. With high virus load, you can see, for example, this is the brain and thymus of fetuses with high virus load of virus and no difference between the control animals and the vaccinated animals. You have also isolated the strains of these animals, these samples, and you have confirmed that this is the challenge strains, the BDV6 strains, which was in the fetus. So to conclude, first, live vaccines but not killed vaccines are able to induce seroconversions against NS2-free protein in a large proportions of animals, but not all animals which are vaccinated. And we have to consider this when you do serological surveillance and try to differentiate between farms which are seropositive and seronegative. Okay? The second fact is that all vaccines are able to induce antibody which are able to neutralize BVDV1 in vitro with high titers after vaccinations and after challenge. But these antibodies are not able to protect against infections by border disease virus and fetal infections by border disease virus because we observed an absence of fetal protections whatever the vaccine which was used. So two considerations. The first one is that here we use a severe challenge. We use a high dose of virus, and we also used intramuscular inoculations of the virus, which is a well-known route and very efficacious route to infect sheep with BDV. Okay? The second one is that we have, of course, vaccines which induced neutralizing antibody against BVDV1. What we have to test now is if this antibody are able to neutralize the BDV6 challenge strain. And this is under progress. We have some problems, technical problem with the BDV6 strain because it's very difficult to detect these strains, but it is under progress. You can hypothesize that perhaps the levels of neutralizing antibody against BDV6 are lower or with lower avidity to neutralize BDV6 compared to BVDV1 because in vaccines it's of course BVDV1 strains which are contained. So we have an absence of cross protections between BVDV vaccines and BDV6 strains, but this is in our models. What about the other genotypes? We have to test BDV4, BDV5 mainly, and what is the significance of these results in the field conditions? Because you can hypothesize that in field conditions, if you have an animal which is infected, for example, by PI animals with high virus load, okay, you are in these conditions, and probably vaccines are not able to protect. Now, if you have an animal which is infected by a transient animal with a low efficacy of transmissions, you are probably an infectious dose which is lower. And in this case, what are the results? Do vaccine protect? We don't know. We have to test. But in the field conditions, you have the two situations. You have, in some farms, you have a clear results of absence of protections with vaccines, and in some other farms, you have some very good results with these vaccines. So we have to try to consider the significance of these results in the field. So thank you for your attention.